Protect your car with 3W Liners all-weather floor mats. Made from durable materials like TPE and rubber, our mats are designed to withstand rain, snow, and mud with deep grooves to trap dirt and liquids. For a custom fit and advanced protection, visit 3W Liners. That's the number 3, WLINERS.com today. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. From gourmet snacks to unique finds, each box is tailored to your tastes. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Welcome to Silent Witness, the true crime and cold case pod, hosted by Christina.
Hello, hello.
And me, Erica. All right, lady. Hey.
Hey, it's been a few weeks.
It has. We had like that whole holiday break.
Yes.
So,
sorry for the reruns, but let's jump into some new content.
Yeah. What you got?
Okay. So let's go to 2003.
2003. Alrighty.
So, I like to do a little
I do
history.
like your background. I do. Okay.
It's just fun. So
It's helpful.
Yeah.
Super helpful.
Because a lot of young people probably weren't even born, which makes me need to go to a nursing home.
Stop. None of my kids. Oh, in 2003? Oh, I had one and was pregnant with another. But
my son was already born.
But it's helpful because then it sets the.
You can kind of think
they're not going to do that kind of a test because it didn't exist back then.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. 2003.
So I digress. This year saw several events.
Alrighty.
So let's jog some memory here.
Okay.
Let's go. So the U.S. invaded Iraq and Baghdad fell just a few months later. So if you remember 2 years earlier, 2001, that was 9/11. So, I guess we waited a little bit to invade. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the economy was finally improving a little bit from 9/11. 2001.
Oh. I'm like, no, this is like the precursor to the Great Recession.
Yeah, but it was
I forget. Okay, yeah.
Improving a little.
Things were coming back after the craziness of that. Okay.
And Europe experienced the hottest summer in 5 centuries.
Dang. Okay.
At the movies was Lord of the Rings and Finding Nemo. Topping the charts was 50 Cent and one of my all-time faves, Linkin Park.
Yay!
R.I.P. Chester.
My son loves Linkin Park.
I love Linkin Park. It's on my playlist, and it's just everything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Chester.
They
got a new singer, and it's a female.
Really? What? That doesn't even sound right.
I know.
Like, literally.
Don't replace Chester. Anyway, okay.
Maybe that's why they went with a lady. Because you can't.
But she sings his parts.
No, I know, but could you imagine them trying to find a dude? I feel like a dude would just try to sound like him.
Yeah, they would, because there are some that do sound a lot like him. Okay, so let's go. we are going.
Not focusing.
Okay,
sorry.
And I actually had coffee today.
Cold case. Focus.
So let's go to a small town, Balmorhea, Texas.
Sorry if that's wrong.
I am sorry. I heard others pronounce it this way. So
sounds good.
Balmorhea, Texas.
Cool.
Is located in Reeves County, and that is really far west Texas.
I'm like, where's that? Okay.
Very far. This town is about an hour and 44 minutes from Odessa, west.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
And about 2 hours from the Mexican border.
Okay.
The population in 2000 was 527. Yeah, so a very tiny town. But it is also home to Balmorhea State Park, the whole area is covered by volcanic remnants, so to speak. So that was and it's famous for this lake that's supposedly very, very clear and beautiful.
Ooh.
Beautiful blue lake. So, okay.
That's neat.
So we're going to talk about a young lady, Monica Carrasco.
All right.
Okay. She was born December 13th in 1986 in West Texas to Catherine and Raymond Carrasco.
Okay.
Monica was a devout Christian who always attended church and Bible study. She was a happy girl known for her beautiful smile, kind, sweet, and really enjoyed helping others.
So what was she, like 17?
She was younger.
Okay.
At the time, 13.
What?
Yeah, so we're talking about, about a 13-year-old.
2003. Okay.
Yeah. So Monica wanted to do great things in her life. Of course, she had great dreams, but when she was in high school, she played sports, was in band. She played the saxophone in band.
Aww.
She loved school and wanted to attend college after she graduated and maybe even work for NASA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she had some big
big
old
dreams.
Good for her.
She's a little smarty pants.
Yep.
Okay.
When Monica was 13, which was around November 2000, tragedy struck her family.
Oh.
Her beloved father died.
Oh.
He was battling bone cancer, but that wasn't the cause of his death. He was fighting it, but he suffered a fatal heart attack right in front of the family.
Oh, gosh. So she saw
CPR.
that?
Huh?
So she was like,
She witnessed it,
Oh,
yeah.
Yuck. Okay.
CPR was being performed on Raymond, but it took paramedics 20 minutes to get there.
Oh,
Again,
my
this,
God. I
This
know.
is a
small town. Dude.
desolate town. I know.
That's what scares me about living in a rural area. That
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
And
Okay.
so it was
Oh.
just too late. This devastated Monica.
Yeah.
So Monica dropped 50 pounds in a very short period of time, which
Oh.
worried her mom. She
Yeah.
battled depression and, of course, anorexia
Okay.
over the next, 3 years or so.
Mhm.
So she was quite younger. She was, 10 when this happened in 2000?
Well, she was 17 in 03. So in 2000, she'd be
Okay.
like 14
13.
13, 14.
Monica was around 13. I just said
Oh,
that.
that's right. You said it earlier, too.
Okay.
We need focus,
I
Bill. Maybe neither
know.
one of us should have had coffee.
Exactly.
Okay.
Monica battled depression and anorexia for the next 3 years and
Ugh.
was eventually hospitalized. Not long term, but just, short term. After she was released, she was pretty angry with mom for putting her in the hospital,
Sure.
which is a
It's
reaction.
a normal reaction. Yeah.
But so she went and decided it's best for temporary to go live with her aunt and uncle Velma and Abel, I think.
Okay.
I saw it spelled Bela,
Oh,
but then others said Abel. But anyway, her aunt and uncle. I should say that.
there we go. Aunt and uncle. Okay.
She had some resentment again toward her mom. Plus, and also her mom worked full time.
Okay.
Dad died, so mom has to work and support the family.
Sure.
And so she couldn't be there to monitor Monica. Monica was required to stay home for a little while. She couldn't go back to school.
Oh, okay.
And her aunt was a full-time homemaker and could monitor Monica's eating and watch her more closer.
Ugh. Yeah.
To kind of monitor the depression and so forth. And
Okay.
she was put on some meds too.
Okay.
The doctors, again, told her she couldn't go back to school and she was on some pretty good medicine. I'm not sure what. It wasn't
Sure.
good. I'm not saying that because
Helpful.
I think eventually we'll find out that the medication was pretty controversial for somebody her age. But again, I don't know the medicine.
Oh, okay.
But it is always hard to put somebody so young on certain medicines.
Yeah. I mean, depending.
Yeah. Because of Monica's continued battle with anorexia, she had eventually developed hypoglycemia,
Okay.
which, for those that don't know, and I didn't, which is low
High
blood sugar. Low blood
sugar.
Yes.
Yeah. Hypo. Yeah.
It also can cause confusion, anxiety, when that blood pressure drips, it can
Blood
cause
sugar, yeah.
disorientation. Yeah.
Mhm. So it was super low.
Yeah. So
Well, she also wasn't eat. I mean, yeah. I
When-
mean, there's a lot of contributing factors there, right?
right.
Okay.
Under a doctor's order, Monica, again, could not attend school, and this frustrated her.
Yeah.
She loved school.
Ah.
And that depressed her even more.
Well, yeah.
So Kathy, which is her mom,
Mm-hmm.
would almost daily come visit her daughter.
Okay.
One evening, Kathy came to visit after work, and Monica led them, Kathy and aunt, in prayer, and they exchanged "I love yous." So the
Okay.
resentment was coming down, and it was the relationship was getting better.
Okay.
Kathy left that night, and that would be the last time she'd ever see her daughter again.
Ugh.
Yeah. So on October 2nd, 2003, Monica called. This was that same evening. Called her brother Juan around 8 p.m. Juan lived in Austin. And Juan noticed that Monica was saying some strange things. Very strange things.
Okay.
She asked Juan, "How come you didn't tell me I was Jesus?"
Oh.
He asked her who told her that she was Jesus.
Uh-huh.
And she replied, "Little birdies told her." This, of course, was odd and may indicate some kind of psychosis.
Sure. Yeah.
And again, Juan also stated the medications were very controversial for a teen to be taking. But again, we don't know what medicines.
Okay.
And I'm not a doctor to speak on that. So.
Right.
They spoke for a few more minutes. She kind of came back to reality a little bit. And she even asked, "Hey, can I come to Austin to see you or to be with you?"
Okay.
And he said, "Well, not right now, when you get better."
Sure. Yeah. Get healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's, seemed to have snapped out whatever she was going through.
Okay.
She seemed to come around, according to Juan.
Okay.
After this conversation, Monica played some video games with her cousins. So these were the aunt and uncle's kids. Played some video games for a few hours and went to bed about 11.
Okay.
So around 1:30, the cousins peeked in on Monica to check on her and saw her sleeping in her bed.
Okay. That's so weird.
See, and I read that too, but
I'm like, what?
I mean, I
Why?
guess if you're dealing with somebody with such great depression, maybe that's something they did. I don't know. I'm not
Maybe.
gonna.
No, it hit me as odd.
Maybe
Why
they
aren't
were
you sleeping?
Maybe they just peeked in. "Hey, are you asleep?" Maybe play more video games, and they saw
Maybe.
she was. You know.
Yeah.
Never know.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know. But they did see her sleeping in her bed. So the next morning, Aunt went into Monica's room, and Monica was not there, and her Bible was also gone. But she wasn't too concerned. She always kept her Bible on her by her bedside.
Okay.
But the Bible was gone too. And again, Velma was not concerned at the time, as Monica would often go outside and pray. And also she was an avid runner, so she went on a morning run.
Okay.
And there was a garden area out there, and so she would go out there and pray, and that was a normal thing for her.
No, I know. I'm just thinking with somebody with anorexia, if you're watching them, you'd kind of like lessen the exercising a little bit, I would think.
But running too, in defense of that,
You're a runner.
I am a runner, and it does help with moods.
No, I get it.
So that's why I do it. It's not
Get you a dopamine
obviously
rush.
ain't to stay healthy, but it is to. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a more bad mood when I skip
Your run.
more than a few days run.
Yeah. I'm just being judgy. Ignore me.
No. That's. But I mean, I can see that would help her mood.
Fair. Okay, so she could be out praying. She could be out running. It's not abnormal for her to be gone in the morning.
She always ran. After some time and realizing Monica had not come back inside, Aunt was making breakfast, all the morning stuff. They began to look for her. They went out to the garden. She was not out there. Also, the back door was unlocked.
Okay.
But I think if I have this correct, there was a door that in her room that led outside, and that may have been the back. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, the back door was unlocked. Whether it was a back door or that did read that there was a door leading to the outside in her bedroom. Whether that was unlocked, I'm not sure which one.
Okay.
Anyway, they noticed her shoes were still in her room and all of her other personal items. So that kind of indicated maybe that she ain't running. She ain't running barefooted. That's for sure. At this point, panic set in, and they begin looking, just frantically looking.
Oh my gosh.
Kathy, mom, called around 9:00 to check on Monica, and that's when she found out she was missing. So she dropped everything and went straight there.
Oh yeah.
Now, I hope I got this right. Listen, I'm sure we'll have people email.
They will let us know. They will let us know. They will
at this
so helpfully
point,
correct us.
I think that the uncle that she lived with used to be or was at the time a justice of the peace.
Oh, okay.
And so he called police. Police conducted a search of the home and the surrounding areas. Now, this part of Texas is very much like a desert, and it is rough terrain. Especially where they live. The home was surrounded with rock and cactus. And I remember my grandparents lived in Uvalde. Well, in a small town, Camp Wood, which is south of Uvalde. Okay. So it's the terrain. So I could just picture it because that's where my grandparents lived, in that area.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So beautiful area, but very, very rough terrain.
But flat desert.
Or very rocky.
Okay.
And there are, Texans call them hills. I mean, call them mountains, but they're not. They're hills because Texas doesn't have mountains.
They're none.
Yeah. If you want to go see mountains, go to California and Arizona. Go to the real places.
Or Colorado,
girl. Yes.
Those you want to see real mountains? Go
These
north.
Are hills. I've always called them hills.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, Texas. Okay. So now remember, Monica was not wearing her shoes.
Right.
So this would have been a bad area to walk barefoot.
Oh, rocky. Yeah. Okay, I'm putting pieces together.
And cactus. And depending on the time she was out, it was probably still dark. Additionally, police did not initially suspect foul play. They felt she left on her own.
Okay.
They did not see any forced entry into the home, and her room was not like disarray, and it wasn't out of order.
Sure. Okay.
So at this point, we have a lot of police agencies that descend on the area. We have the Reeves County Sheriff's Office, Border Patrol, Volunteer Fire Department, Texas Rangers, and many community members.
Okay.
And family members all began searching the areas using four-wheelers, cadaver dogs, horseback, helicopters, airplanes, anything.
Wow. Okay.
And you're going to have to search those areas on the, horseback and four-wheelers because of the terrain.
Sure.
They searched over 10 miles and around Lake Balmorhea.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's the pretty clear lake, right?
I think so.
Okay. Maybe.
I think so. There was no sign of Monica anywhere to be found. Not a sign at all.
Wow.
No anything.
Easy Sun has been living fearlessly under the sun since 2016. Born from sailors' need for convenient sun protection, our mineral sunscreen is crafted with natural ingredients offering broad spectrum protection against UVA and UVB rays. Safe for your skin and the environment, stay protected on the go with Easy Sun, your ultimate sun care solution. Visit EasySun.com today. That's EEZYSUN.com. Elevate your experience with Grenco Science, the leaders in cutting-edge vaporizers. Whether you're at home or on the go, our sleek, powerful devices deliver smooth, consistent hits every time. Quality you can trust, innovation you can feel. Grenco Science, take your vapor game to the next level. Visit us at GrencoScience.com.
Also of note, Monica had hypoglycemia.
Right.
And if you remember, again, that causes confusion and anxiety, coupled with the depression and the anorexia, and the phone call with Juan. If you remember the
weird
I am
Jesus.
Police feel she may have wandered off.
Yeah.
Regardless the circumstances, they were odd and concerning.
Yeah. And wouldn't you kind of imagine she'd still be wandering somewhere?
Yeah.
Right? If she was on her own, you would think. Okay.
Even if she wandered off, the terrain is so hard and so crazy, especially if it was at night, because what time, I can't remember what I said on the time that they went in her room and she wasn't there.
1:30.
No. She was there then.
Oh, she was there then. My bad. That's all I remember.
I guess I didn't put the time. I think I read 6:37, something like that.
Okay.
So.
And October, so it was dark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if she did wander off, there would be some kind of.
I think there'd be like
something.
Blood or something.
You would think,
right?
Or and like
from
you
her
said,
feet. From her feet.
Yeah, and you would think, just like you said, you would think she would still be wandering.
Yeah. It's only a couple hours on foot in rocky terrain. You wouldn't think she could go very far.
Right.
Okay.
Monica's uncle told the Odessa paper that Monica was depressed, and due to the town being so small, she could have wandered to the street and been picked up by somebody. So apparently Highway 17 was not far from where they lived.
Okay.
Only a few blocks.
Oh.
So he stated that she could have even been headed to Mexico. I'll explain a little bit more.
That's a big jump.
I'll explain about a little bit more about Uncle here.
I'm like, now I'm not really trusting Uncle. He had me at Justice of the Peace. I was like, okay, cool, good guy. But now I'm like, what?
Well, just because you're Justice of the Peace.
Sorry,
all Justice of the Pieces. I know plenty of them.
Okay. Not everybody working on the right side of the law is actually good people.
Exactly.
It's
100%. 100%. He believed there was not really any other explanation. And that was his narrative.
Okay.
So, of course, police and family and the community, everybody just searched the area. Now, one stayed in Austin because there was also the theory that maybe she went to Austin.
Oh, like trying to go see him because she had asked about it?
Right.
Okay.
So, you know, he didn't come up. He was just staying just in case. But, of course, everybody continued to search. The lake was dragged and searched extensively.
Wow. Okay.
Everywhere, including bridges and culverts and ditches were searched, where any trace of a body could be, or a person could be held up or hiding or whatever.
So it was an exhaustive search. This isn't like LEOs aren't doing their job. They're going kind of above and beyond at this point, it sounds like. Or at least
at this point.
At this point. Yeah. I know.
We'll have a little criticism.
I'm like, we'll get there.
We'll have some criticism, of course.
But
there was absolutely no trace of Monica. Nothing.
Man. Yeah. Okay. That's weird.
It is. The police also investigated the family. Of course, like I have said multiple times, police start from the very closest. It's like a circle and you go out.
Yep.
Her aunt and uncle that she lived with both took polygraphs, and uncle failed.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Now we do not know what questions he failed or how he failed or what. We don't know. Of course, it should be noted these tests are used as tools and not admissible in court. That's my disclaimer.
That is your disclaimer. Okay.
Even though I think they're pretty good for most people.
Okay.
Most people, not all. Some people can beat them, I'm sure. But Uncle did not.
Yeah, sociopaths. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Now, some believe that the police did not do a thorough search, especially of the home. The home was not a crime scene. They did not search the home.
At all?
No.
So they just like walked in, saw that her room was cool, saw that there wasn't any forced entry, and they're like, well, it wasn't here. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a criticism.
They thought she wandered off.
But they also, at the beginning, they didn't think it was a crime, right?
Right. But you would still want to search the house. What if she is somewhere in the house? Mm-hmm. What if there's some kind of evidence that maybe somebody came in and drug her somewhere and there's some blood?
Yeah. They didn't search it at all.
You know, you've got a bunch of hours. You got from 1:30 till 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Of unaccounted time.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
Okay.
So let's get back to the family a little bit. Of course, back to the police. They believe that she was a runaway, so they did not investigate all the theories. Okay. And they did not really treat the house as a crime scene as they should have.
And I'm not trying to be a jerk, but in a town with less than 600 people, you'd think they would have time to look into it a little bit deeper. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
How many big crimes do you have going on?
And that's what we see a lot. That's what we see in these cases a lot, especially if we think of Haley Dunn.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking. They didn't look at the house at all.
Nope. And what happened? We were painting,
changing, getting rid of furniture. Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't know. Okay. So back, Abel, the justice of the police, led a lot of the searches.
Okay.
And led the narrative. Him and Velma led the narrative to the press. She was depressed. She was anorexic. She wandered off. She's probably in Mexico. They led the narrative for everybody.
Like Kathy didn't get in there and share anything. The mom wasn't interviewed, or
she did, but at this point, she's searching for her daughter, and she's in a panic state and looking for her daughter. And you got, and at the time, at the time, it's a respect thing with families, and especially, Hispanic families. You respect your family.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that she wanted to show respect to the aunt and uncle by not accusing them, but at the same time, I think later on had that nagging in the back of her head. You know what I mean? But again, I think it was more of a respect thing and let them, and I'm sure maybe they said, hey, we'll deal with the press.
Right. Well, that's what I was thinking. You go look. We've got this. Don't even worry about it.
And they led the narrative to what happened. So they led the narrative to not only to the police, but to the public.
Well, even earlier when you said that they kind of led with the depression, I was like, that's not. If
I
wanted people to look for somebody,
I'm
and
just
not
gonna,
just
I'm
give
just
up
gonna say
on
we
them.
got a missing kid.
Yep, I'm not
Period.
giving that kind of detail.
Right. Police, I think later on, believe that foul play is suspected in this case, and likely because there has been no evidence of Monica running away. She didn't pack anything. She didn't put her shoes on. She didn't have a history of this. So I think eventually they thought maybe foul play was suspected. Maybe she did wander off. Anyway, let's get to the theories.
Let's get to it.
As the years have passed, police continue to work the case, and Kathy and Juan are desperate for answers. So, before Monica disappeared, she kind of was hassled. So we talked about the family as one theory. So she was before she disappeared, she was kind of hassled by a bus driver. Don't know the extent or what it was, but regardless of what it was, Monica did not report it, but she never wanted to ride that bus again.
Oh, okay.
He was looked at very carefully and ruled out as a suspect.
Okay. Take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah. I mean, they ruled him out. So, just because somebody hassles somebody doesn't mean.
No, I mean.
Oh, no. You
know what I mean? Like,
so, those are a few of, obviously they think, if she wandered to the highway, maybe she got picked up by somebody. But again, we have no evidence. As the years have passed, police continue to work the case, and Kathy and Juan want the answers, obviously. Monica at the time was 5'5", 110 pounds, and she was 16. Today, she'd be 37.
Okay.
And we will post, age-progressed pictures. They do have them on the Center of Missing. Yeah, the Center of Missing and Exploited Children is an excellent resource, and they always do the age progressions.
Okay.
She's Hispanic, black hair, brown eyes, and chickenpox scar on her forehead. I think another theory, before we get into that, I read that there was a body found in Arizona, but it was not Monica.
Okay.
They did investigate it, that it was her, but it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why they just hit me. But anyway, she suffers from depression, anorexia, maybe schizophrenia. Obviously, maybe. But I don't know if she was diagnosed with that. But obviously, she did have sort of the symptoms.
But that could have been medication and
it could have
all
been
that other stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying she was diagnosed with that. I know she was diagnosed with depression and anorexia. But at the time of her disappearance, she was only wearing a beige nightgown. That's it. No shoes. And she likely had her Bible with her. The Bible's never been found either.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. There's been no trace even today.
That is so weird. Like nothing?
Well, yes. Nothing. No evidence. But they, again, a lot of the things I read, and where I'm leaning is the home should have been
checked more thoroughly.
Because again, when you clean, especially blood and tissue and all that, to the naked eye, it can look like everything else.
Right.
Not when it's luminoled and when it's really investigated by and nobody gets every drop. But to the naked eye, I can look at this wall and I don't see any blood drops. But you get in there and you may can see, So, but it wasn't investigated. Now, aunt and uncle are no longer alive. And again, Kathy has that in the back of her mind on the accounts I've read. Allegedly, she and Juan have it in the back of their mind that maybe. But again, it's the respect thing. They're not going to come out and say it.
They're both gone? That's
Uh-huh.
crazy.
Yeah.
What about the cousins?
I don't know.
Is there any follow up on them?
If there was, the police are tight-lipped about it. I would assume there would have been, and I don't know the ages of the cousins. I don't know.
Okay.
But I tend to think that the house could have been looked at very carefully. That's where I'm leaning, because there's no evidence on the outside of her
property. Like there's yeah.
So, but that's just my guess. Playing the detective.
So the theories are she wandered off,
got picked up on the
highway, or
one of them was the bus driver. There was another theory I read that maybe she had a boyfriend and ran off with him.
But no evidence pointing to any of that.
evidence.
No like cell phone or anything.
And there's no evidence she wandered off and
it's all
succumbed
conjecture. Everybody's just guessing.
So she didn't come. They searched the area. So if she had succumbed to the wandering around, they would have found something, you would think.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously, it could be a theory. She got to the highway and somebody picked her up and her body's somewhere in the world. We don't know.
Right.
Maybe she did go to Mexico. Maybe she's part of the sex trade. Who knows? I'll throw my hands up. There's just nothing. And the one crime scene that they had, they
didn't look at.
Yeah. So
okay,
this case should be solved. I hope it is. This is a hard one.
That's a hard one.
It is. If you know anything, if you've heard rumors, listen, a rumor can lead to something.
Mm-hmm.
If you heard rumors in and around that area, in the Reeves County area, please call the Reeves County Sheriff's Office at 432-445-4901 or the Texas Rangers at 1-800-346-3243. If you wish to remain anonymous, you can go to the Texas Rangers website and report something anonymously, or Crime Stoppers, Reeves County Crime Stoppers.
Okay.
But please, if y'all know something, let's get them some peace.
Something.
Especially.
This is tough.
That's a hard one.
This is a toughie.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I saw her face and she's just so beautiful, and I wanted to report on it, and I tried to find mom and brother and I couldn't. So. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I just wanted to bring some attention to it, and hopefully we can get some answers, maybe.
Yeah. Or cousins, if you're out there and happen to hear this,
we need some publicity. So go listen to this so we can solve this case, and then we can be national that we help solve a case.
Let's go. Very good.
Regardless of us. You don't even have to mention
us.
God,
I don't even
just solve the case.
Right? Let's see if we can get Kathy and Juan some closure.
Yes.
Yikes.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. That's a toughie. That's a rough one to start the year off with.
So, they all are.
I mean, yeah. I just feel like there's not even like a breadcrumb. Cousins coming forward.
Well, I will give a little teaser to next week's. It's even less.
Awesome. All right, but let's get it out there, because maybe somebody will pick up on something and share and
follow us on our social medias, because we'll have pictures posted on TikTok, maybe not.
Yeah, might not be here in a couple days.
Tomorrow.
Is tomorrow Monday?
I think it's the 19th.
Oh, I thought it was I've got Monday in my head.
No, I think it's tomorrow. So
okay.
If TikTok is still there, we are on TikTok. We're on Instagram and Facebook. Please go follow us. We'll post pictures. We're on all the platforms, so you can see pictures there of age progressed of Monica. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for listening. And that's going to do it for today.
Yeah.
All right. Put your heads together. Come up with something. Thank you for listening. Let's get this one solved.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.